Hello, welcome to my channel, PC Amateur Guy. Um, it's looks like it's a nice day outside today. From my master bedroom, I wanted to share a tip with you how you could easily get rid of the dead spots in your house. I mean, my townhouse is like 1300, excuse me, well 1100 square foot, and when I was in the basement, there was like dead spots, right? Meaning I couldn't use the internet sometimes, or it would slow down, or I would have dead spots in the house, right? And what had happened was like basically this is where my router was. Imagine this clock here, right? Pointing at. This was actually where my router was, my Rogers router was, and this is in the top right hand corner uh, of my home. And so I was not getting signal in my basement, or there was some dead spots, or it was very weak. And so today I'm going to show you how you can fix that problem very easily and get equilibrium or equal Wi-Fi internet in your home. Like I was with Rogers and I was getting like 1 gigabytes download speed, but when I was in the basement, I was just getting this dead spot, right? So I'm going to show you how I fixed that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm right back. Okay, so here's basically a sketch of my townhouse, but honestly, like this is like basically can be used for any sketch, right? For any house. Like basically, this is the top floor, and this is basically the first floor, and this is the basement. Okay, so you're gonna get like issues where maybe like this is where my router was, literally, and this is like the front of my house, right? And I'm just gonna draw a car here. Oh, right there. Sorry, I'm just drawing through the camera here, so I'm not really good. But this is like where my car is, right? So when you like if I'm in the front of my house, I'm gonna get connection, right? Because my router is right here, right? But when I purchased the place, they were actually had an Ethernet cable that came all the way to the living room, and they put the router here instead. But for me, it wasn't. When I signed up, it was not really efficient. So the only cable, the Ethernet cable, actually the connection to the Rogers internet or whoever you're with, actually came here to my master bedroom. So I was getting dead spots here and here. In the backyard, I was getting some dead spots as well, right? So the answer to your question was, or to the solution was, just to move the router into the living room. So this is where the router would be, okay? This is where the router should be. So you want to move it all the way from here to here, okay? Because when you move it to the center of the house, you will have distribution equilibrium from the center. So you always want to move the router to the center of the house, okay? And then the distance from the router to the basement, right, is very equal from here to here, and from here to my master bedroom is also equal. So anywhere my router is, anywhere I go into my house, I will get an equal distance to the actual router, to the furthest part, right? And that's it. That's the answer. That's how you fix it. So what I did was I called the Rogers cable or the Bell cable, internet or whatever, right? And there was already an existing hole through the wall here. So they actually poked the hole through here and they added the Ethernet cable or the router cable connection, and they routed it all the way down, all the way to my TV or to my living room. And once they moved the router, so I just basically moved it from upstairs to the center of the house, I was able to get internet everywhere in my house, and there was no more dead spots. And essentially, that's actually a free service. Like you should check with your internet company to move the router to a center of the house. Typically, they should be able to do that for you. It was just one hole that was actually already there, and they just drilled through that hole. They didn't actually have to drill because it was already there. So they just set the connection from the outside through here, and then they basically mounted an Ethernet through my floor very discreetly to connect it to the center to the router. So I put my router here now, and I have internet connection everywhere in my house, including my backyard, and obviously the front of my house, where my car is. I have no issues at all. And so I want to share that tip with you, how you can fix dead spots in your house by just doing that simple trick, right? Obviously, if you have a bigger house, like 3,000 square footage, you might need like a Wi-Fi extender. Maybe put like one here or one here, maybe. Sorry, my thing needs to, right? I'm gonna actually just exit here, maybe. Like you might need like Wi-Fi extenders here and here. But my point I want to make is that generally speaking, without the extensions, without the extenders, you should be able to move the router to the center of the house. So that will give you equal distance to everywhere throughout your house. You should be able to get Wi-Fi, including your house. Okay, so I just want to share that tip. That's an easy thing to do, right? Just move your router to the center of your house and then have the cables from the outside rerouted to an Ethernet cable if needed, just so that you can have your router at the center of your house, and then you will eliminate all the dead spots in your house, or at least you will minimize the dead spots, right? Because if you put one here and you have a 3,000 square footage house, and you try to get internet all the way down here, you're gonna get some weaker signals because it's not at the center. So just moving it to the center, you will get the chances of you getting a stronger connection automatically increases, because now the distance from the router to you has decreased, right? So the center is the optimization for anywhere that you want to move around for your Wi-Fi. Obviously, if you can connect Ethernet cables, to your master bedroom or to a bedroom number two, it probably would be more efficient if you can like run cables, Ethernet cables. But I don't really like doing that because you have to like punch holes and get that installed. But if you can do it just to increase your Wi-Fi optimization, you just need to move it to the center of the house. So that's the easiest thing you can do. That's the most cost effective, and I want to share that with you. And a lot of the companies nowadays, most of the routers have built-in 6E. So just keep that in mind. Your router has to have 6E, or even Wi-Fi 7 is already coming out already in 2024. In order for you to actually get the signal for like a Wi-Fi 7, like cell phone connection, or even a PC if you're using a Wi-Fi 7 card, obviously you need to have that. But if you don't, it's not a problem because it's always backward compatible to Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 4, etc. But I guess in conclusion of the matter, you always want to have the router put at the center of your house. Wherever the center is, you want to put that in the center of the house to maximize the signal to the rest of any of the users in your house. So if someone's in bedroom 2, bedroom 3, and then the master, and then in the basement, they will always have the same distance to the router, and therefore they'll have the best reception and speed. Okay, so I hope that helps anyone, but I want to share that tip. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.